So in the training pod here, obviously we can't install lots of solar panels as you would in a typical domestic house. So we simulate a solar panel with this power supply unit. Would be the same as coming from a solar panel, DC current, into the inverter piece of kit, which inverts the current from DC to AC, which can then be used in the fuse board, which will go into the house, as all appliances are AC current in the UK. In the fuse board, we have the current transformers, which are the clever part of the whole system, monitoring the flow of current and where that energy is needed. So these current transformers will decide whether it's needed in the house to run any of the appliances. If it's not, it can store the excess energy in the battery, ready to be used at a later date, or it can be used to run the electric vehicle charge point if the vehicle is connected. So these current transformers are an integral part of the system that monitor all of the kit in this pod. There are two inverters on this system. Reason for that is from a health and safety perspective, you always want to, or you have to have your inverter as close as possible to the battery. Obviously with solar panels generating DC current, which is dangerous, we will often put that as close to the panels as possible, which will mean it being in a loft. We have another inverter as well, because sometimes the inverter is in a utility room, which means that it will be a fair distance generally from the solar panels on the roof. So again, we're showing two inverters, so they could be in two different locations. You can have this system here combined, which is a hybrid battery and inverter all in one. So different kinds of technology, but this caters for everything that a student would need to know in terms of battery storage and inverter technology. So this is our electric meter, which is monitoring the flow of electricity exported to the grid or to the battery or into the house in terms of kilowatt hours that's coming from the solar panels, or the amount of electricity that has been imported from the grid. So on the left, we've got the import, and on the right, we've got the export in terms of kilowatt hours. So that will clearly show the student where the electricity is coming from and what the usage is. It's important to see what we're getting in terms of renewable energy, free energy, because if we were to see that we've imported lots from the grid, then that would not be very good. So it's important that a student understands that the whole idea of this is to export as much of the free energy as we can.